Braveheart, 1995, is not just a film, it's an iconic piece of cinema that has left an indelible mark on the hearts of moviegoers worldwide. Directed by and starring Mel Gibson, the film brought to life the epic tale of William Wallace, a Scottish hero who led his people against English rule during the late 13th century. Released in 1995, Braveheart became a box office hit and earned multiple Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director. But beyond its historic and cinematic significance, the film introduced audiences to a cast of talented actors who brought the brutal and passionate world of Braveheart to life. In 2025, as we revisit the film, it's time to check in on what the cast members have been up to in the decade since the film's release. From major career milestones to life changes, the cast of Braveheart has experienced a lot. Let's take a closer look at how these legendary actors have evolved. Mel Gibson, William Wallace, then. Mel Gibson was at the peak of his fame when he took on the role of William Wallace in Braveheart. Known for his roles in Lethal Weapon, Mad Max, and The Road Warrior, Gibson had already made a name for himself as an action star. However, Braveheart marked a significant turning point in his career, not only because he starred in the film, but because he also directed it. Gibson's portrayal of Wallace, the passionate and fearless leader, earned him the Academy Award for Best Director and solidified his place as a Hollywood icon. Mel Gibson. Then, in Braveheart, Gibson brought to life the fierce and determined warrior whose famous battle cry, "Freedom!" Zrenia resonated with audiences. The film showcased Gibson's range as both a director and actor, bringing a combination of emotional depth and unrelenting physicality to his performance. Mel Gibson. Now, since Braveheart, Mel Gibson's career has had its ups and downs. After the massive success of the film, he went on to direct and star in other films, including The Passion of the Christ, 2004, which became a huge box office hit, and Hacksaw Ridge, 2016, for which he received a nomination for Best Director at the Academy Awards. However, his career also faced controversies, including public scandals and personal issues. As of 2025, Gibson is still actively working in Hollywood, with several recent projects to his name, including directing and producing. His appearances are less frequent, but his status as a Hollywood legend remains solid. His personal life has been more private in recent years, but his contributions to the film industry, particularly in shaping Braveheart, are still celebrated. Sophie Marceau, Princess Isabel. Then, Sophie Marceau played Princess Isabel, the strong-willed daughter of the English king who becomes romantically involved with William Wallace. Her character was a pivotal part of the emotional heart of the film, caught between loyalty to her father and her love for Wallace. Sophie Marceau, then. Before Braveheart, Sophie Marceau was already a star in France, known for her roles in films like La Boom, 1980, and The World Is Yours, 1988. Braveheart was her introduction to American audiences, and her portrayal of Princess Isabel was both passionate and nuanced. She added a layer of complexity to the love story, making her character a memorable part of the film. Sophie Marceau. Now, in the years following Braveheart, Sophie Marceau continued to enjoy a successful career in both French and international cinema. She starred in films like The World Is Not Enough, 1999, a James Bond film, and The Untouchables, 2011. While her Hollywood presence hasn't been as prominent, she has continued to receive acclaim for her roles in French films. As of 2025, Marceau remains an accomplished actress and director, with ongoing work in both film and television. She has managed to maintain a level of privacy, rarely making headlines for her personal life, which has only added to her allure. Patrick McGoohan, King Edward III. Then, Patrick McGoohan played the formidable King Edward III known as Longshanks, the ruthless English king who wages war against Scotland and William Wallace. McGoohan's portrayal of the brutal monarch was chilling and remains one of the most memorable performances in the film. Patrick McGoohan. Then, McGoohan had a long career in television and film before taking on the role of King Edward III. He was best known for his roles in the TV series The Prisoner and Danger Man, also known as Secret Agent in the US. His turn as the despotic English king in Braveheart was a departure from his more morally ambiguous characters, but he excelled in the role, bringing a menacing intensity to the character. Patrick McGoohan. Now, Patrick McGoohan passed away on January 13, 2009, at the age of 80. His death marked the loss of one of television's most innovative and intriguing actors.